U.S. condemns Thailand's return of 40 Uyghurs to China. Washington, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Thursday condemned Thailand's decision to deport at least 40 Uyghurs to China, where Washington alleges members of the Muslim minority have faced genocide. Thailand, a key U.S. ally, proceeded with the deportation despite warnings from United Nations human rights experts who urged against the move, citing risks of torture, ill-treatment, and irreparable harm upon their return to China. Human rights organizations and some Western governments accuse Beijing of conducting widespread repression against the Uyghurs, an ethnic minority of approximately 10 million people living in the Xinjiang region. Beijing has denied all allegations of wrongdoing. We strongly condemn Thailand's forced return of at least 40 Uyghurs to China, where they lack due process rights and have suffered from persecution, forced labor, and torture, Rubio said in a statement. The U.S. Secretary of State warned that Thailand risks violating its international obligations under the UN Convention Against Torture and other global human rights treaties. He urged Thai officials to ensure that Uyghurs' rights are fully protected. We call on all governments in countries where Uyghurs seek refuge to refrain from forcibly returning them to China, Rubio added. Rubio, who has been a long-standing advocate for Uyghur rights, reiterated that Beijing's treatment of Uyghurs amounts to genocide and crimes against humanity, a designation made by the U.S. during the final days of President Donald Trump's administration in 2021. The Biden administration has upheld this classification, further straining relations between Washington and Beijing. During his confirmation hearing in January, Rubio pledged to leverage U.S.-Thai relations to prevent further Uyghur deportations. China denies allegations of forced labor among Uyghurs, claiming instead that it has established vocational training centers aimed at combating terrorism, separatism, and religious radicalism. The Thai embassy in Washington did not respond to requests for comments on Rubio's statement. In contrast, China's embassy justified the repatriation, stating that it was conducted in accordance with the laws of China and Thailand, as well as international law and common practices. The embassy insisted that the lawful rights and interests of the individuals concerned are fully protected. We strongly oppose the use of human rights as a pretext to interfere in China's internal affairs and disrupt law enforcement cooperation between countries, said embassy spokesperson Lu Pengyu. Concerns over the repatriation grew in Thailand on Thursday, after local media reported seeing several trucks with black-taped windows leaving the immigration detention center in Bangkok, where 48 Uyghurs had been held. These 48 individuals were part of a larger group of 300 Uyghurs who fled China and were arrested in 2014. Some were deported to China, others were sent to Turkey, while the remaining detainees have been held in Thai custody for nearly a decade. Shortly after, at 4:48 a.m., an unscheduled China Southern Airlines flight departed from Don Mueang Airport and landed 6 hours later in Kashgar, Xinjiang, according to Flight Radar 24 tracking data. Later, Thai Defense Minister Phumtham Wechayachai confirmed that the deportation was carried out in accordance with international standards, stating that China had assured Thailand that those repatriated would be treated well. PM Paetongtarn Shinawatra addresses call center scams in first parliamentary response. Thai Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra took the floor in Parliament on Thursday for the first time since assuming office, responding to an interpellation. She was answering a question from Akradek Wongpatutraj, an MP from the United Thai Nation Party representing Ratchaburi, regarding the government's efforts to combat call center scams and transnational crime. The Prime Minister assured lawmakers that the government is on the right track in implementing policies to fight such threats. Ms. Paetongtarn noted that many victims had lost their life savings, with some even driven to suicide. She said she had instructed government ministries and agencies to work closely together to suppress online scams while seeking cooperation from neighboring countries to target transnational crime syndicates. As part of the government's response, a specialized center for the prevention and suppression of online crime has been established. This center has already shut down 1.92 million mule bank accounts used by scammers. Later, Ms. Paetongtarn elaborated on her X account, revealing that these accounts were registered under 144,000 different identities. Additionally, the government has deactivated 2.4 million fraudulent SIM cards, while another 2.8 million suspicious SIM cards have been temporarily suspended for further investigation. According to the Prime Minister, these efforts have halved financial losses from online scams, reducing damages from 100 million baht per day to 50 million baht per day. She attributed this success to government crackdowns, including cutting electricity and internet connections to call center hubs in 5 Myanmar border zones. Thailand is also collaborating with Cambodia to target scam networks in the border town of Phoi Phet. As Prime Minister of Thailand, "My top priority is to protect Thai citizens first," she said, earning loud applause in the parliamentary chamber. Ms. Paetongtarn's response marked the first time she personally answered an interpellation since taking office in August last year, following criticisms that she had been avoiding such sessions. Thailand launches climate-smart rice farming initiative. Thailand is strengthening its rice farming sector by introducing a climate-smart initiative to support sustainable agricultural practices. The €118 million, €4.2 billion baht, project aims to assist 253,400 rice farmers in adopting eco-friendly methods, improving the market system, and reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 2.44 million tons of CO2 by 2028. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development, and private sector partners. The initiative involves 10 climate-smart technologies, including water management, alternate wetting and drying, laser land leveling, and integrated pest control. The project will run for 5 years, 2024 to 2028, covering 21 key rice-producing provinces. This initiative aims to scale up solutions that benefit both people and the planet, said German Ambassador Ernst Reichel. Thailand launches Consumer Protection Mediation Platform. The Office of the Consumer Protection Board, OCPB, has launched the OCPB Mediate mobile app and website, allowing consumers to file complaints from anywhere. Minister Jiraporn Sindaprai emphasized that consumer safety is essential, particularly with online shopping. The most common complaints involve defective products and services, prompting the government to streamline mediation. Previously, 250 cases per month required mediation, leading to backlogs and delays. With OCPB Mediate, https://ocpbmediate.ocpb.go.th, consumers can file complaints 24/7, reducing wait times and boosting efficiency. This will save time and money, while ensuring swift resolutions, Jiraporn said.